Oh, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to Arsenic Candy Gaming, and welcome to Zero Sievert. Zero Sievert is actually a game that I recorded a video about from one of the Steam Next events, I think it was. Yeah? Yeah, so there was a demo of Zero Sievert that came out, and I recorded a video, but the sound was miffed, so I didn't do anything with it. But it's a wonderful game. If you haven't heard of Zero Sievert before, it's essentially a top-down pixelated Tarkov. Escape from Tarkov meets Mini Daisy, if anybody ever played the browser version of Mini Daisy, which was a fun game. The gameplay loop is essentially load up with some gear, go into an environment, shoot and kill the things that you want to kill, perform specific missions, and then extract, hoping to take your goods with you. It is a thoroughly addictive game, one that I've been enjoying for well over 10 hours now, because I put a significant number of hours into the demo. But we're going to start a new slot here for playing on YouTube, because I don't want to mess with my game and I don't want to be too far in advance. So, how we play, we choose our starting equipment. So our starting loadout will be a number of items, including a weapon, a backpack, some armor, some medication, and food supplies. What's this? I don't know what this one is. I've never seen this. My favorite loadout, I say favorite, the only loadout I've played with so far is with the Recon Sniper loadout, which is a nose-in Magant and a CU scope, which is great for sniping. We're going to take that so that we can see. Our hardcore mode is in development. Yeah, we can have a little look at it, see if it's something that you enjoy. Welcome to the bunker, Zero Sievert, one of the last safe places in Zakov. In this place, you'll be able to accept new missions, trade with vendors, and manage your equipment. Before you go out on a hunt, I suggest you explore the bunker. In order to leave the bunker and go on a hunt, you need to talk to the train conductor. He's located to the south outside the bunker. Before leaving, ask him a few questions and he will explain how to extract from the maps. Go talk to the barman. He will surely have some quests to give you. Also, he will explain what happened to Zakov. There is a room in the bunker that you can use as a base to the left of the barman. You'll also be able to use the workstation to craft new items, use the crates as storage, and build modules. By accessing your personal device, you'll be able to see your position, current missions, install new modules, and other things. Press Tab to access your inventory and equip the backpack. If you need more information on the game mechanics, consult the tutorial, which we don't need to do because we should be able to do that ourselves. So when you fire up Zakov, Zero Sievert, the first thing you need to do is equip your armor, which is not already equipped. We have a rifle here, our main weapon, and a sidearm of a pistol. We have a scope to attach to our rifle, but we need to go to our workbench in order to equip that. So we can go here and mod our weapons, select our gun, and then attach our scope. And there we go. We are done. Having a scope not only gives you a little bit further reach outside the confines of the screen, but it gives immediate bullet travel on your shots and pinpoint accuracy. Whereas if we were to hip fire like this, as we move around, we lose accuracy. We can slow down to a crawl to get increased accuracy, but it's still not perfect. We have a storage chest here with a couple of slots where we can stuff some of our things. We don't need quite so much food on us at the moment, so we're going to leave some of it. We have, in survival games style, we have an energy level, a food level, water level, and a radiation level. Obviously, I'm sure that doesn't need to be too explained to you, but each of the food items, medication items, has impacts on things like thirst, hunger, and radiation. We get radiated when we're out in the world, and some of the food items are spoiled or damaged in some way, and they will also affect your radiation level. We're going to reload our weapons. Make sure you do this before you enter the world, because you're inevitably going to get battered and try to return fire but not have loaded a weapon. We can unlock some modules here for our base, which include things like storage area, a bedroom, a kitchen, etc., etc. Storage is a really good one to unlock early on because we have very little storage at the beginning. Several of the early missions unlock increased storage area, but you're probably going to need increased storage before that happens. So I'd advise whack on a track for the first level storage. And that will tell you what items you need to pick up in the world. These will be highlighted when you see them in the world, so you know to pick them up. It doesn't have a counter of how many you've picked up and how many you need, so you can quickly find yourself with about 40 screwdrivers, despite the fact you only need one. That'll make sense when we get there. So there's a lot of areas in the base we can explore. The main bulk of the area is the bar, where we can meet the barman. Hello, stranger. Are you hungry? So we can ask questions of the barman. We're not going to go too much into asking pointless information. So what is this place? This is Sievert, an old bunker built during the Cold War. It's the only safe place left in Zakov. Here you can find all you need: equipment, supplies, and tasks. What happened at Zakov? On the 4th of April 2017, the plant exploded. Nobody really knows what happened, but surely the Crimson Corporation had something to do with it. They are the enemy faction of the world, I guess. The main enemy faction. The Crimson Corporation had something to do with it. They say they didn't conduct any dangerous experiments, but I don't believe them. Nobody here believes them. Maybe you'll have better luck if you ask them. There should be a base in the industrial area, but don't get your hopes up. I doubt they will tell you the truth. Tell me more about the old nuclear power plant. It was a nuclear power plant active until 2014, after which the local government allowed the multinational Crimson Corporation to occupy the plant and turn it into a sort of secret laboratory, but declined all responsibility. A cliche, right? We were not allowed to know what was going on in there, but it was not uncommon for strange things to happen, such as electronic devices not working for hours or totally missing a radio signal. So we can have a look around and find some jobs. The barman will be able to give you a task, which is first steps. So our first step is survive one time in the forest. Hey stranger, welcome to the Sievert bunker. I don't know how you got here, and frankly I don't care. It's nothing personal. It's just that we see a lot of new faces here and only a few of them come back, so I won't waste my time remembering yours for now. First, let's see what you can do. I'll give you a simple job. Go to the forest and survive. Good luck. When we get back, we'll be able to choose one of these rewards, which is a book of medicine to give us a gain one skill point in medicine, or gunsmithing, or book cooking. Read this book to gain one point in cooking. So that's fairly obvious. I don't think I need to explain how skills work in a game, so I'm not going to. We'll accept that mission. We have a few areas in here where we can look into, which is such as our skills that we can increase as we go. So gunsmithing allows us to craft ammunition and repair kit. So based on the level of skill we've got, we'll be able to increase the amount that we can repair guns, etc. That's really useful. We can increase or decrease our relationships with various factions in the world. And these are our missions here. There is also a map, which we can look at when we're in the world, not when we're in the bunker. In the bunker, there are some beds up at the top here. We've actually used a lot of our energy whilst being in here. We don't lose food or drink, to my knowledge. But we do use our stamina whilst we're here, which fucking sucks, let me be honest. We don't need to repair our armor, but we can. We don't need to heal, but we can. We can not only heal our health, but we also heal wounds. Wounds are a factor that affect how much we can heal. So if we take wounds while we're in the world, it decreases the level, the maximum level we can heal to. Radiation is radiation. At increased levels of radiation, you start to take other damage, such as bleeding, and then you have to bandage, etc. We got some medical supplies there. What we want from here is a task. Radioactive meat. You're new here, huh? I'm always looking for someone to help me with my research. Don't worry, I'll pay you for every job you do. I need some raw meat to conduct experiments. I want to see how radiation has affected the local fauna. We need to collect 12 raw meat. And for that, we will be given some ammo. These are the scientists. They do experiments in the world, and these guys are the Green Army, I guess the sworn enemies of the Crimson Commandos, or whatever they were called. And this is the train conductor. Hello, Hunter. Do you want to go somewhere? Have you got any tasks? He wants us to bring back some materials. I can't take you past the makeshift camp because some sections of the railway have to be repaired. We're working on it, but if you want help, it would be quicker. Bring me these items and we will repair the section. So we need to collect some scrap metals, some screw nuts, some nails, screwdrivers, drills, and propane tanks. We will accept that, and we will ask to go out into the world. So we can go to some of these areas. I think maybe these areas here, the makeshift camp, the industrial area, the swamp, and the mall, recommended not to go to initially because they have high levels of radiation. And at the moment, we don't have any specific radiation protection. Our bulletproof vest protects us from incoming damage. It doesn't protect us from radiation. You can purchase hazmat suits, essentially, that will protect you from radiation. And some of the armors will as well. The loading screens are long and annoying, but they only obviously happen when you're going out into the world and returning home. The maps are procedurally generated. They contain very similar items every time, especially the forest always has a sawmill and an abandoned town. I'm not really sure what the abandoned town's called. There is an abandoned town and a sawmill, and then some other landmarks that appear frequently, such as radiated zones, etc. The biggest hazards in the forest initially will be some of the wildlife and then some of the armies. Things seem to unlock as you progress. The more you level up, more elements are added to the world. The more tasks you complete, more elements are added to each zone. That's all speculative. I don't have any evidence for that, but I've noticed there seems to be a curve in difficulty based on the levels that you, the missions that you've performed. So here is our overview map. This appears to be the abandoned town area, and up here is the sawmill. At the moment, we just need to get into the world. We need to gather some meat for our mission. We need to gather some materials, which we can find on bodies or in buildings, and we need to survive the forest. So we're going to set out to just find some meat. That can be wolf meat. That can be rabbit meat. That can be... oh, there's our first enemy there. That is a hunter, but he's a hunter that wears armor. So some of the hunters are just wearing standard clothes. But this guy happens to wear armor, so he takes a couple of hits to take down. That click in there is our radiation level building up. There are random patches of radiation in the world. So searching an enemy is very similar to Zakov. You root through their clothes, so the items are exposed gradually. This is a contaminated food item. We could eat it. It would fix our hunger, but it would also it would make us more thirsty and radiated. And we have a weapon that we can pick up. So weapons that we find on enemies are useful. They'll come in handy if you're running out of ammo, but they're usually massively decreased in their durability. So they're good in a pinch. The problem with a weapon that has decreased durability is that they jam much more frequently. Yes, weapon jamming is a thing, and it will almost certainly happen at the worst possible time. These are boar, which they give us meat. Once we shoot one, he's going to charge at us, so we need to take him down pretty quickly. There is another one up here, which I'd like to take out, but we'll make sure that the coast is clear before we do that. So we got a pelt, which we can sell for some monies, and some meat. We're going to run away, and then we're going to hopefully plow this guy before we get plowed ourselves. So he had a tusk, which is going to sell for a fair bit of cash monies. I don't know where we dropped that other one. Was this the one, or was it the one higher up? No, it was this one. So we've got 3 meat already, which is pretty good going. About the world, we find these stashes. I don't know if we highlighted that already. So yeah, we find hidden stashes. They're indicated by these little sticks on the floor. Great places to find some free loot. Got a tasty sandwich with meat there. Some ammunition. Some subsonic 7.62 rounds. Those work well with a suppressor to reduce the sound that your gun gives out. CPU. There's some random little items. Most of these can just be sold. Others of them you will need for upgrading various parts of your base. Ooh, we're going to take this guy out before we do anything else. Boar can very quickly overwhelm you because they charge you. Some of the other animals, such as wolves, they tend to run away once you shoot them. Boar charge straight towards you. So, I mean, ideally, in this scenario, the first time out, You might be better off just looking for and hunting rabbits, and trying to move a bit more slowly. I believe that the slower you move, we have a oh, bear with me. Let's have a look at it. On our armor here, we have no, it's on our backpack. We have ergonomics. So we have a weight for our backpack, which increases our carry weight. We have a movement speed, which increases our movement speed or decreases it, and ergonomics. I believe if you've got a positive ergonomics in green, I think that means that you're not as easy to spot at a distance, so you're better stealth. Though I can't prove that because I don't actually know. Oh, should we take this guy out? We are going to get charged by him and his mate. Fudge for that. Don't know why we took a fight with two pigs at the same time. And I also don't know where the first one went. Is he here? I dropped him. We'll find him. So ammo isn't exactly scarce, but it does have quite a significant carry weight. So if you've got a lot of ammo on you, you tend to find that you're going to get overburdened fairly quickly. I think we're going to ditch some of these tusks. I'm going to ditch this weapon. It's damaged. We don't really need it. We do need the food though in order to complete our mission. So we're gonna opt for the meat and the pelts. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We need 2 more and then we're good. I know that we dropped another boar somewhere, but I can't, for the life of me, work out where he is. Never mind. We'll find him in a minute. This is the... Oh, no. This is just a random camp. So there are also random bases where hunters live, amongst other things. So there's a good chance that there could be enemies in this base. The game has a great line of sight system, so if an enemy is behind the wall, you cannot see them until they're in your little cone of vision. Oh, hey. It's Igor Kuzmin. I want to know something. Who are you? Who am I? Who are you coming to my house like that? Sorry, I'm not used to visitors. My name is Igor and I'm a hunter. At least I used to be. Oh, not one of those who are called hunters now. I used to hunt animals before the disaster. I have my trusty silenced Mosin and a TOS 34 with me. Don't even think about it. If you want them, you'll have to kill me. What are you doing out here? After the disaster, those guys came along, the ones with the green onesie. They looked like they were from one of those science fiction movies. They ordered me to follow them. They said they had found a safe place in a bunker somewhere. I've always lived here. I didn't want to leave, so I told them to fuck off by threatening them with a rifle. One of the bastards shot me in the leg and they left me here. His name was Bogdanov? Private Bogdanov? I heard his name when the others stopped him. My leg is healed, but not completely. I can hardly hunt anymore. What was this place like before the disaster? A marvel. There's a village in the middle of the forest. The inhabitants were practically all lumberjacks. Then some genius decided to build a fucking sawmill nearby. Good for business, you might say, but it made enough noise to keep people awake at night. We protested, but you can't do anything against these fucking businessmen. After the accident at the nuclear plant, some people left with the soldiers. Others decided to stay there. Some time ago, the village was attacked by bandits. I don't know what the villagers did. I only know that no one came to see me anymore. Oh, sorry, mate. Got any tasks? Meat. Would you bring me 10 pieces of raw meat? You'd be doing me a big favour. I can. I'm not going to do it right now, though. Oh, I could, though, because I've got it on me. So, let's just give you that. So we can take an item as a reward from him. We can get an armor repair kit. A weapon. We don't actually need any of these right now, but Igor's going to be in the forest quite frequently. He also gives us 2,500 rubles, though, which is good monies. Let's have a look how much meat we've got on us already. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And we got the perfect amount to give him, so we might as well give it to him. So one of these is a repair kit for our current rifle, which is this blue one. So condition gain. So at the moment, because of our level of skill in gunsmithing, we can repair with this weapon kit 12% of the condition of our gun. Perfect. So let's gain that reward. We've got 2,500 rubles, a bunch of experience, and time to go. Now, when we come back to visit Igor, he'll also have a little chest here to share his goodies with us. We should probably use some of our water. As you get hungry and thirsty, your maximum carry weight can decrease. We're not hungry enough that that's a problem at the moment, so we're not gonna eat anything. We do now need to continue looking for meat though, because we do not have our 12 meat that we originally had. 23 ammo left for our rifle, so we've got sufficient to potentially get all the meat that we need. We're going to head down towards that exit there and pick up whatever meat we can along the way. Thankfully, we don't need to pick up all the meat in one mission because we can stash it in our chest at home. These pipes are highlighted in, I don't know if I pointed out before, the items highlighted in yellow correspond to something we're tracking. So either a mission or a module we want to build at home. So we've picked up some food, some scrap food. I'm not sure if scrap food can be turned into food later on when you unlock various areas of the kitchen, or if it's just trash items. And some rubles, which we can hand in for actual money, which is great. We are nearing our carry capacity, though, so we might have to consider binning off the rest of this run for the moment. This appears to be a hunter camp. Again, hunters are one of the factions in the world. The least dangerous of all the factions so far, but they are still pretty handy. They take, for the most part, they take a single shot to kill, but they can overwhelm you fairly quickly, and they're very sneaky. And especially as you don't have perfect vision, you need to use line of sight. They can come up out of nowhere and surprise you. Need to check around these corners to make sure there isn't one here. If you hold down right click, it slows you right down and also keeps your aiming to a slightly smaller reticule. We're going to eat something quickly because our carry weight is reduced because we're hungry. And then we're going to loot these bodies. Boris Moscovin. He's got a wristwatch, which we can sell for some money. A damaged nose in Magant. I mean, we could take some weapons back with us. It would slow our egress a bit, but we're fairly close to the exit, so we could get away with stealing a couple weapons to sell. If we go, I think it's if we go over... Oh, I can't remember. If we go over a certain amount of carry capacity over our limit... So as soon as we're over our carry capacity, we slow down and we use more stamina. If you go, it might be 10 kilos over. I can't be 100% sure. You cannot move at all. Yeah, so we're a little bit over. We were 5 over and we couldn't move at all. I think we're going to take that propane tank with us though, because it's part of one of our missions. We will search these crates as well for some free medicines. We might get away with drinking some drink if we've got some. We're going to do that. Get rid of some thirst and some fatigue. Free up some space in our pack. We'll only take useful medication. We're going to drop the scrap stuff, I think. Yeah. What's in this box? A weapon box. A damaged pistol. I really like the spider, actually. It's a good weapon. That's ammo for the gun that we're already using, so that could come in handy. I have used a shotgun. They're fairly, they do a significant amount of damage, but I've yet to make one be too useful because of the range of them. Enemies tend to attack you from quite a range, and therefore it's a bit risky trying to engage them at close quarters. Though I have rounded a corner a few times and come face to face with an enemy with a shotgun who immediately eradicated me. So They have their place. That's for certain. It's going to be a very slow exit here now. Hunger. I think we'll use this. Yeah, because that'll reduce 10 fatigue from us as well. So, fatigue sucks. You can rest when you get back to base. There is actually a timer. So there's a night and day cycle, and it gets dark at night and it's light in the day. It can suck coming out at night, though. If you've got a torch or night vision goggles, it can improve your visual range, etc. Though it is still quite difficult. The pixel style of the game is wonderful. It's very, very simplistic, but it gives you just enough of the details that you can understand what's going on. These guys are friendly. They are, I believe that they're people from Zero Sievert, from our bunker, who've got bored of being there, so they've come out. At the moment, they're friendly, but if you were to attack them, they would not be so friendly. Factions in the world remember you as well, so not mission to mission, but if you're on a mission and you attack a member of a specific faction, even if they're not immediately aggressive towards you, any remaining members of that faction on any specific map at any specific time will all attack you on sight. That might be a little bit of a nonsense description of what I'm trying to explain, but I am trying to do multiple things at once, so ease off my back about it. Is there anything useful in this bag? So we can take bottle of rotten water. If we get multiple bottles of rotten water, we can mix them together and make a fresh water, which comes in handy. I don't think we're going to do that now though, because we haven't really got the space to carry it. And despite the fact that this place looks like it's going to have a lot of good loot, we're going to use this as a moment to exit. So we just need to land in the exit circle, hold out for 5 seconds. And we're extracted. So we survived with 255 experience points, and we made approximately 8,520 rubles, which is pretty good going. I don't think that we've got the materials for this gentleman. I don't think we've got everything that he wanted, and we definitely haven't got everything that he wanted. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick it in our storage box, and we will hand them out as necessary. We do get to... Oh, these guys are shocked that we made it out and back. Guess you're not a virgin anymore. Take a rest and drink some vodka, Hunter. I'm going to do that, boys. Thanks very much. And the barman here is going to be happy to see us. He is happy that we survived once in the forest. I think that at this stage, one of the most useful things we could probably do is improve our medicine skill. That way, when we use a bandage or a first aid kit, we can maximize the amount of health points that we get back. So once you get a skill book, we can come into our inventory here and just use it and increase our medical skill. Then if we go and look at what our medical skill is at the moment, allows you to craft more medication based on level if you have an infirmary. Okay, so it did nothing for what we wanted it to do. That was a really stupid idea then. Haha. Cooking, it would have learnt new recipes in the kitchen, slightly increased the nutritional value of the food you create. Ooh. Maybe gunsmithing would have been the best then. Never mind, we did it anyway. So we can sell off our boar fangs because they're going to be useful to sell. All of these pelts will be good for us to sell. At this stage, we can probably sell a lot of this ammo that we don't need. Most of these items can be sold. What's this? This 45 APC, we don't need that. Lighter we can sell. There is a mission later on where we would use a lighter, but for the moment we don't need it. This vendor only has 15,000 credits or 15,000 rubles at the moment, so we don't want to go over that in selling stuff. 9 by 18, and that's 9 by 19. Okay, so we've got plenty of ammo still. We'll sell off all the junk that we don't particularly need at this time. Like that. The coal comes in handy later on when we're cooking, but at the moment we can't really cook a lot of stuff, so it's not really necessary. We'll grab some extra food. Well, will we? Let's have a look at what else we can buy. We could buy a backpack. An RTU backpack gives us an increased amount of carry weight. Oh, sorry. I don't think it actually increases our carry weight with this one. Let's just double check. So this one has a 9 kilogram carry weight. The backpack in here that we can purchase has a 10 kilogram carry weight, but it also increases our movement speed and our ergonomics. So again, I think our ergonomics is our ability to stay hidden whilst moving around. I cannot confirm that at this point. That one has a slightly increased backpack carry weight as well, because we've got the school bag. I like the RTU backpack. It costs 7,500. We might save up and just get a slightly bigger backpack than that. It does cost a fair bit more, but we need to have reputation level 2. Yeah, we'll save up. We'll save up. Well, for now, I've been Arsenic Candy Gaming. You've been bloody marvellous as always. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and all that good stuff. This has been Zero Sievert. If it's something that you're interested in, you can pick up on Steam. It was only about £11, I think. If you pick it up at the time of viewing, you might still be able to get it in the sales. Who knows? But it is a fantastic game. It's still in early access at the moment, and I've put maybe 10 hours plus into the early access version. I put definitely more than that into the demo version. I've yet to find a point where I'm bored of playing it, and it's got that essential one more run feeling about it. You just think, well, it's only going to take me about 20 minutes to do another run. I can do that now. You can do it in between doing other things, whilst you're cooking dinner, whilst you're doing the dishes, whilst you're pretending that you're doing something that you've told your wife you're doing. Yeah, it's a great game. Go and check it out. You take care now. Goodbye.